At this moment, Perona had infiltrated the Blackbeard pirates' prison in Hachinosu. This surprised the guards. They didn't understand how Perona could have sneaked in, so she used her devil fruit powers to attack them, causing them to lose all their will. So, Perona obtained their keys. Meanwhile, Kopy was trying to train. Even though he was imprisoned, suddenly, Perona saw Kopy, and she recognized that Kopy was a marine captain. This made her laugh, because Kopy was also imprisoned here. So, Perona made a proposal to Kopy. She would rescue him, in exchange for Kopy helping her save Moria. This surprised Kopy, as Moria was also imprisoned here. This made Kopy hesitant, as he was a marine but had to rescue a pirate. At this moment, Blackbeard's subordinates received a notification. Kopy had escaped, making them eager to capture him. It turned out that the Cross Guild had put a bounty of 500 million berries on Kopy, which thrilled the bounty hunters, so they went after Kopy. At this moment, Kopy had rescued many other prisoners, thus, they were very grateful to Kopy, because Kopy was helping them escape from slavery. At this time, Pizarro was watching Kopy through the eyes of a skull statue. It turned out he was one of Blackbeard's commanders, so, he discovered Kopy and the others. Pizarro then ordered his subordinates to capture Kopy alive. This made everyone anxious, as they felt they didn't have the strength to escape, but Kopy encouraged them not to give up hope, and he decided to act as bait, to help everyone escape, so Kopy ran away, making everyone very grateful to him. At this moment, Shiryu was also observing Kopy. He didn't understand why Pizarro didn't capture Kopy himself. It turned out that Pizarro had eaten the Shima fruit, which allowed him to merge with the island. Pizarro explained that, when he moved, many things on the island would collapse. Suddenly, Vasco Shot also arrived. It turned out he had eaten the Gabu fruit, which made him a liquor human. So, Pizarro warned him not to participate, as he would cause the entire town to catch fire. That would make Captain Teach complain. But, Vasco Shot was determined to go after Kopy, because he believed he would do a better job than Wolf. It turned out Wolf had eaten the huge fruit, which made him a gigantification human. At this moment, Kopy was still trying to run as fast as he could, but he was spotted by a woman. This delighted her, because capturing Kopy would bring them a lot of money. Thus, they chased after Kopy, while Kopy was trying to buy time for everyone, so they could escape the island. At this moment, Kopy recalled when he was first captured by Blackbeard. Blackbeard told Kopy, "I will turn this island into an official nation." This delighted him and his subordinates, and he would name it the Blackbeard Kingdom. But Kopy said he couldn't do that, because he would turn it into a criminal kingdom. However, Blackbeard said he would use Kopy's life to negotiate with the world government. Suddenly, Kopy told him he was a member of Sword, which surprised Aokiji, but Blackbeard didn't know what Sword was. Suddenly, Aokiji told Blackbeard to forego the negotiation, because Kopy was a member of Sword. Although he was a Marine, he had abandoned Marine rules. This meant he had resigned and no longer worked directly for the Marines. Therefore, the Marines and the world government would not care about him. This delighted Blackbeard, because Kopy dared to confront him. However, Blackbeard decided not to change his plan, because even though Kopy was a member of Sword, he was still a hero. So, Blackbeard was sure the world government wouldn't be able to ignore him. At this moment, Kopy was still being chased, so he decided to go rescue Moria. Suddenly, Kopy heard Marines attacking the harbor. It turned out there were 3 Marine soldiers attacking here. Even bullets had no effect on them, which amazed the pirates. Thus, the pirates attacked these Marine soldiers. Surprisingly, his body immediately recovered. On another side, a girl was using a whip to strike the houses, causing them to move like pets. It turned out she was Kujaku, and she had eaten the whip fruit. At this moment, Kopy was surrounded by pirates, which made him worried. But outside the island, Garp and his fleet had arrived, because he was determined to rescue Kopy. While Kopy was surrounded by pirates, he didn't know how to escape, because Kopy's hands and feet were shackled, which delighted the pirates, because Kopy's bounty was very high. When they shot at him, suddenly their bullets turned into flowers. This amazed the pirates. They realized this was similar to Vegapunk's experiments, which earned him the Nobel Peace Prize. They didn't know who did this. It turned out that his teammates had come to rescue him. Kopy recognized her as Hibari. She told Kopy that it was flower bullets that made flowers bloom from gunpowder. This prevented the enemies from using their weapons. But Hibari blushed when she saw Kopy. At this moment, Marine Rear Admiral named Prince was observing everything. He realized that Kopy was safe, so their mission had been accomplished. It turned out he was a clay human. which allowed him to create and control clay, while Prince's 3 clay puppets were holding the pirates in place, causing them to worry because these clay puppets could not be destroyed. Thus, they fell into Prince's trap. It turned out that Kujaku had controlled the houses to move close together, surrounding the pirates. At this moment, Toshigi informed Garp. Prince said that everything was ready. This pleased Garp very much, so he jumped up and landed a powerful punch on the ship, causing the ship to fly toward the island at high speed. Meanwhile, Kopy realized that everyone had come here to rescue him, which made him very happy and grateful to Hibari. This made her continue to blush. Suddenly, Kopy realized that the pirates were terrified. It turned out they saw Garp's ship flying toward them. This shocked them, as they couldn't understand why a marine ship was flying through the sky. But when they saw the person standing on the ship's bow, it terrified them, because he was the marine hero. Garp shouted, "I'm here to rescue you, Kopy." It surprised Kopy. While the pirates were extremely frightened, Garp released his Conqueror's Haki and jumped up. He concentrated his Conqueror's Haki into his fist. Meanwhile, Kopy didn't understand why Garp came to rescue him. So, Garp said to Kopy, "Because you are the future of the Marines, and you are my beloved student." Then, Garp unleashed his Galaxy Impact move. Unexpectedly, his punch created a massive explosion, destroying the entire town, causing the pirates and Kopy to be blown away. At this moment, Garp's ship was also falling. Fortunately, Prince quickly created clay to stop the ship. Thus, Garp defeated all the pirates here, leaving Kopy and Hibari astonished, because Garp had destroyed the entire town with just one punch. While the pirates still refused to give up and wanted to fight Garp, but the Marines immediately surrounded them, and they forced them to surrender. At this moment, Garp was still not satisfied with the outcome, because he had been a bit lenient, causing the pirates to be irritated, since he had destroyed the entire place. Suddenly, Garp saw Kopy, which made everyone feel relieved, because Kopy was still okay. It made Helmeppo cry, while Prince felt uncomfortable, because Garp called Kopy the future of the Marines. So, he would bring Kopy down. At this moment, everyone was very happy, because they were able to bring Kopy back home, making Kopy happy, because everyone had come to rescue him. Meanwhile, Garp didn't understand why the shackles hadn't been removed yet. Hibari said that they couldn't remove the shackles. Suddenly, Hibari was frozen, causing Garp and Kopy to be surprised. Fortunately, Kopy managed to catch her. It turned out that Aokiji had appeared, causing everyone to be surprised. So, Kopy asked Aokiji to melt the ice for Hibari. Suddenly, the pirates called Aokiji their captain. Thus, Garp realized that Aokiji wouldn't easily undo his abilities. It turned out that after the battle between Akainu and Aokiji 2 years ago, to compete for the position of Fleet Admiral, but Aokiji failed, so he decided to leave the Marines. Sometime later, Aokiji arrived at Blackbeard's territory, and he froze both the town and Blackbeard's subordinates, making him furious and search for Aokiji. At this moment, Blackbeard forced him to nullify his devil fruit power. When Blackbeard was about to attack Aokiji, he advised Blackbeard not to use his devil fruit powers, otherwise, he would shatter Blackbeard's subordinates. At this moment, Blackbeard is very angry, because Aokiji is provoking him. He immediately uses Haki and breaks the door of the bar. Blackbeard does not understand why Aokiji is here. Aokiji says that he is very bored. Blackbeard asks, "Is it Akainu who made you bored?" Everyone thinks that the two will fight each other. Unexpectedly, they start a drinking party together. This makes everyone very happy. At this moment, Blackbeard asks, "What did Akainu do to you?" So, Aokiji began to tell Blackbeard about their deadly battle. He even lost a leg due to Akainu. This surprised everyone. Although Akainu didn't lose any body parts, Aokiji had still managed to injure him all over his body. This made Blackbeard's crew very excited. At that moment, Burgess informed Aokiji that there are 4 poneglyph stones in the world, besides Kaido and Big Mom holding 2 of the poneglyph stones. The remaining 2 poneglyph stones have not yet been found, but Blackbeard knows that a man with a burn scar is holding one of the poneglyph stones. This made Aokiji very interested and show off his own burn scar. Lafitte mentioned that the man is on a black ship. However, those who approach the ship are swallowed by a giant whirlpool. Lafitte thinks that this is the ability of the man. Shiryu thought that he might be someone from the world government, because the world government wants to keep a piece of poneglyph to prevent pirates from obtaining the One Piece treasure. Blackbeard then asked Aokiji if he knew anything about it, but Aokiji couldn't remember seeing any poneglyph stones in Ohara. He only remembered the death of his close friend, because his friend dared to oppose the world government, and Aokiji had allowed Robin to escape. They realized they couldn't extract any useful information from Aokiji, so Lafitte suggested that Blackbeard take Aokiji's devil fruit powers. Suddenly, Aokiji immediately froze the entire bar, because he had overheard their plot. This made Aokiji very angry, and he froze many members of the Blackbeard pirates, causing them to panic, because Aokiji's powers were so strong. Shiryu and Devon felt excited. They wanted to obtain Aokiji's devil fruit. This made Aokiji even more enraged and he released his powers. But Blackbeard immediately apologized, because his teammates were too reckless. Blackbeard asked Aokiji, "Do you want to join my crew?" This surprised everyone. Blackbeard realized that Aokiji still didn't have a place to go. This made Aokiji find the situation quite amusing. Blackbeard said that his crew would definitely cause a great storm in the world. He assured that they were definitely different from the Marines. But Aokiji still didn't trust Blackbeard just because of a few drinks. Blackbeard said that the members of his crew were not close to each other, because pirates were just a group of people sharing benefits. So, he asked, "Do you need freedom?" Finally, Aokiji agreed to join Blackbeard's crew. At this moment, Aokiji was facing off against Garp. This surprised Garp. Garp told Aokiji to return Hibari to her original state, and told him to return to the Marines. But Aokiji felt that Garp was still a nuisance, so he immediately activated his devil fruit powers to prepare for a fight with Garp. Thus, Garp told Kopy to step aside. Aokiji said, "I will live the way I want." This made Garp angry, so he released his haki. Suddenly, Aokiji immediately froze Garp's legs, and he continued to freeze Garp's body. This made everyone very worried about Garp. Aokiji asked Garp, "Are you trying to kill your old disciple just to save your current one?" This made Garp amused. "Didn't I always teach you to live in the present?" Garp then broke through Aokiji's ice, surprising everyone. Aokiji continued to attack Garp, but Garp blocked all his attacks. Aokiji continuously created ice and fired it towards Garp. However, Garp broke through Aokiji's ice very quickly. Garp caught Aokiji. Although Aokiji tried to escape, he was still hit by a powerful blow from Garp and fell to the ground, causing the entire island to shake and creating a large crater in the ground. At this moment on Winter Island, Blackbeard and Law were fighting fiercely against each other. But in the end, Blackbeard emerged victorious. Law and his crew were all defeated by Blackbeard. It turns out that Blackbeard's goal was to obtain the Ope fruit. Beppo saw that Law was in danger. This made him worried. Suddenly, Beppo remembered that Chopper had given him a special medicine. So, Beppo decided to take it. Meanwhile, Blackbeard was very pleased, because he planned to use the Ope fruit to make himself immortal. As he was about to take Law's devil fruit, suddenly, Beppo immediately transformed into Sulong form. Beppo then attacked them to save Law. This surprised Blackbeard. He couldn't understand how Beppo could transform without the presence of the moon. At this moment, Beppo's strength was on another level. He easily overwhelmed Blackbeard's crew. Suddenly, Beppo reverted to his normal form. He couldn't maintain the Sulong form for too long, but Beppo remained determined to save his captain, so Beppo immediately carried Law and swam out to sea. Meanwhile, Law was still worried about his other crew members, but Beppo reassured him that no one would die. No matter what happens, they would overcome it. Burgess continued to throw rocks at Law and Beppo, causing them to fall into the sea. Finally, Beppo and Law managed to escape from Blackbeard. However, Blackbeard was very pleased, because Law's pirate crew had been completely defeated. On the Marines' side, Django and Full Body were surprised, because they saw two heavily damaged Marine battleships in the ship graveyard. So, they thought these two battleships had gone through a fierce battle. But Branu informed them that the two battleships used to be Garp's training sandbags in his youth. It turned out that Garp would always train by punching the battleships. And he always practiced with his disciple Aokiji. Their rule was not to use haki or any abilities while punching. This shocked Django and Full Body. Meanwhile, Garp was facing off against the members of the Blackbeard pirates. Wolf was angry, because the Marines disturbed his sleep. This made Kopy worried. Suddenly, Garp jumped up, and he punched Wolf in the face with a powerful blow. This sent him into the sea, causing the pirates to be frightened. They realized Garp was like a monster. This excited Kopy and Prince Groose. And Garp told them to get ready for battle. But Vasco's shot appeared. He threw fire at Garp. So, he used the pirates as a shield. Then, he tossed them toward the other pirates. This frightened them, because Garp was destroying the place. If they let this city be destroyed, Blackbeard would be angry. But Garp's power was too terrifying. They had no way to stop him. At this moment, Kujaku informed Garp that all the slaves had been rescued by the Marines and taken onto the ship. So, they could leave at any time. Garp realized the mission was complete. So, he ordered Kopy's group to leave. Suddenly, Aokiji appeared behind Garp. He was determined not to let Garp leave. This made Kopy's group anxious, because Aokiji was not easy to deal with. So, Garp told them to run straight to the sea immediately. Suddenly, Kopy saw a girl being captured. So, he turned back to save her. Unexpectedly, it was a trap set by them. Shiryu used his invisibility ability to try to stab Kopy. But Garp managed to block that attack in time to save Kopy, causing him to be severely injured. Kopy saw Garp hurt because of him, which made him worried. But Garp immediately grabbed Shiryu and threw him down to the ground. Garp realized that he was the one who had escaped from impelled down. Then, Garp drew his sword. Meanwhile, Kopy was blaming himself for Garp being injured because of him. But Garp told Kopy that they had been targeting him from the start. At this moment, Shiryu got back up. He recognized that Garp was very tough. The pirates saw Garp injured. So, they became excited and planned to capture him, because Garp's bounty was 3 billion berry. At this moment, Aokiji also began to act. He froze the pirates, because Garp was not someone they could capture. Both of them released their haki and faced each other. At this moment, Garp remembered that Aokiji wanted Garp to take him as a disciple. But Garp told Aokiji, "You should learn to become a marine on your own," because Garp didn't want to be bothered by anyone. However, Aokiji wanted to reach a higher level. So, he continued to ask Garp to take him as a disciple. This made Garp uncomfortable. Aokiji saw Garp punching the ship. So, he mimicked Garp, causing his hand to hurt. Garp told Aokiji not to use haki. So, he continued to train. The next day, Garp began to teach Aokiji, and they trained together. After Aokiji returned from his mission at Ohara, he no longer understood what the Marines' justice was, while Garp was angry, because his son had become a revolutionary. Several years later, Garp told Aokiji that his grandson wanted to become a pirate. Now, Aokiji said, "You have raised a formidable opponent." So, Garp and Aokiji unleashed powerful punches at each other, creating an explosion that blew everything away. Garp and Aokiji were also knocked back, causing Kopy to worry. So, they immediately ran to protect Garp. At this moment, the pirates surrounded them. Kopy realized they needed to quickly escape to the sea. But Pizarro said they wouldn't easily escape from the island. So, he used his devil fruit ability, causing the island to tremble. The pirates saw a giant hand appear, which frightened them. Then, he extended the giant hand out to sea, to grab the marine ship, making Kopy anxious. But Garp told Kopy, "Justice will prevail." At this moment, Kopy remembered that he had failed at Amazon Lily, causing many Marines to be captured by Blackbeard's crew. While Blackbeard was still surprised, because Rayleigh had appeared and disrupted his plans. So, he decided to take the Marines as slaves as compensation. This made everyone disappointed in Kopy, because he couldn't do anything. So, Kopy decided to step forward and negotiate with Blackbeard. He would offer himself to save the 800 Marines. This intrigued Blackbeard. So, he agreed. At this moment, Kopy remembered Garp's lesson. He needed to save one old man and one child. But only one person could get on the ship. This left Kopy unsure of whom to save first. So, he decided to go down from the ship, to let the old man and the child board. But his answer was wrong, because Garp would leave the old man behind to save the child. This surprised everyone. Suddenly, Garp asked, "Why did you become Marines to save what?" Back to the present, Kopy's group was very worried, because Pizarro had extended his giant hand out to sea, to grab the marine ship, causing everyone to be frightened. They didn't know how to stop him. Kopy realized that everyone would die from Pizarro's tremendous power. So, he blamed himself. Because of his wrong decision, he couldn't save anyone. This plunged Kopy into despair. Suddenly, Garp said, "You all need to save them." He guided them to create an escape route. Kopy would destroy the giant hand. Prince Groose would protect the ship from collapsing. And Helmeppo would provide support for them. This made them anxious. But Garp told them they had to act immediately. So, Kopy's group sprang into action. While the pirates were still chasing them, they began to follow Garp's plan. Helmeppo blocked the pirates, while Prince Groose didn't know how Kopy would destroy the giant hand. But Kopy didn't have a plan either. Suddenly, the pirates fired cannonballs at Kopy. So, Helmeppo jumped up to block the cannonball, causing Kopy to worry. But he knew he needed to complete his mission. While Garp was still surrounded by the pirates, both Aokiji and Garp were injured. But Garp continued to unleash his haki. He charged at Aokiji and punched him with a powerful blow. Then, Garp continued to rush toward Pizarro at incredible speed. Surprising him, Garp used the technique Galaxy Impact to punch him in the face, causing him to fall. Kopy realized that Garp was supporting him, which made Kopy remember Garp's words. He is the future of the Marines. So, he cannot let Garp down. Kopy immediately sprang into action. Meanwhile, Pizarro wanted to kill everyone on the ship, causing them to worry. At this moment, Garp remembered. Helmeppo had once told him that he saw Kopy always practicing alone at night. Because he knows he isn't talented, he had to train 200 times harder than others. Only then could he protect everyone. Even though Kopy's arm was injured, he still didn't give up. He continued to punch the ship. At this moment, Kopy realized that if he didn't hurry, the ship would be destroyed. He jumped into the air, surprising everyone, because Kopy was about to confront the giant hand directly, causing them to worry, while the pirates thought Kopy was a fool. As Pizarro was about to destroy the ship, Kopy remembered everyone. He recalled his effort of training 200 times harder. So, he concentrated his haki into his fist. Kopy unleashed the Galaxy Impact, causing the giant hand to be destroyed. This amazed everyone with Kopy's strength. Meanwhile, Garp was very pleased. But the debris was falling onto the Marines. It was Prince Groose's turn to act. He used his devil fruit ability to create a net. Meanwhile, Helmeppo was very excited, because Kopy's efforts had paid off. Now, they could return home. This made everyone very happy. Because Kopy was safe, they just needed to wait for Garp to return before they could depart. Suddenly, Garp announced that they had to leave immediately. This made everyone anxious. But Garp said he would be safe. Meanwhile, Kopy wanted to go back to save Garp. Prince Groose stopped him. Kopy remembered Garp once said that the responsibility of the Marines is to protect the future of everyone. Instead of saving an old man about to die, they should save the child. At this moment, Kopy understood Garp's teachings. Because they are the future of the Marines, they needed to continue surviving. While Garp had been frozen by Aokiji, he was still very happy. Aokiji recalled Garp's teaching, making him avoid being scolded. So, Aokiji froze Garp. After that, the marine hero Garp completely disappeared. Today's video ends here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support Oni-chan in the next videos. Thank you for watching. Love you all.